So this part, we're gonna try to machine those slots inside, just the slot. This the other part has been done on the lathe, and then this is going to be the slots will be machined on the 5-axis mill. So I have that tool path. I'm going to go over this, and I want you guys to create a tool path over here. But before we get there, under if you go into level, I have this is our solids, and I created those extras. Those are the surfaces we created from the solids, and then these are the surfaces we use to machine, and I put those surfaces under a different level. And this is your tool axis because we need the tool axis also. So that's under a different level. Your tool axis is going to be normal to that. That's the line we picked up. So whenever your tool is going to cut, the part is going to rotate, and tool axis is going to be normal to that curve. So that's going to be our tool axis. So I'm going to show you this, and I want you guys to all this. This is not completely done, and I want you guys to finish the other one. So starting with the solid, and you can use solid and you can use surfaces. I just created those surfaces that is going to be a lot easier to select. And so if you look at the tool path, this is your unified parallel tool path. And that is going to cut that's going to cut the tool path. So this is just one, and then there's another one right here. That's going to be your next tool path right here. This is going to be on this. No, this is the same. Okay, I want to show you something here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's the same tool path, guys. So there comes your this tool path is right here on this slot over here. So these two are same, so we can just go ahead and get rid of one. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and delete that. So now you guys have to do this one right here and the other one right there, back over here. These two, you have to finish that. So what you guys gonna do? Like I said, that I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this model with this tool path, these two tool paths, and you guys have to finish all 4 of them. So what you do here, I'm gonna go over this, just one of them, and then the rest you guys can finish. So what you do here, you have to go to you have to right click on the machine group and just say group, just say new toolpath group. new toolpath group, and there comes your new toolpath group right here. And that's where we're going to name it create on toolpath. And this is what you guys have to do on this. From here, you have to start creating your toolpath. The one you see over here, the one I did it. And that's what you guys have to do. You have to have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 4 plots right here. If I'll go to level, I'll turn surfaces on. So this is going to be 1 right here, 2 I already created, the third one, and the fourth one. So you guys have to create all 4s over here. Like I said, go to machine group, right click it and say groups. So go say new toolpath group. And it's going to come up new toolpath group, and you're going to name that create on toolpath. And that's where I want to see all the 4 toolpaths over here, guys. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and delete that one. Okay. So create new toolpath, and that's where you're going to start. So this is what you guys are going to do. The toolpath we're going to use. Yeah, Paki, I saw your message. Send the model. Yeah, this will come with the model and this toolpath. What you see here, it's going to come. I'm going to post with that, with the model and the toolpath both. So you guys have the toolpath and the model, and that's where you're going to start doing your own toolpath over here. Okay.
Is this the final or the just the project for tonight?
No, it's not the final. No. The final is going to be. We'll talk final next week. The final is going to be your swarf and your 5-axis drilling toolpath. Pretty much, mostly it's going to be that. No, this is
Thank
not
you.
the final. This is going to be just you guys have to create a toolpath on this part. It's not your final.
Thank you.
No problem. So creating your own toolpath, that's where you're going to start with. You're going to go with the toolpath and you're going to say unified. This is where we have, this is something new on 2025. And the unified toolpath, you have a lot of other options on unified toolpath. So I use 62,000. That's going to be a 1/16th end mill. We are using it. And under cut pattern, this is where it comes under unified toolpath. You have, once you're going to select that curve options, there's going to be all your different toolpaths going to be right here options. You can do parallel, perpendicular, morph, project. This toolpath used to be separate on before 2025. Now they put everything under unified toolpath. So we can try this parallel here. And then we're going to use select. We have to select the curves because we are using under curves. So you're going to select the curves. So go to select. And okay, I'm having a problem. This is not right. Let's try again. If not, then I have to turn it off master camera, turn it back on, hit OK again. Yeah, this is the page we need, not the other one. I don't know why it does like that. So we are good. So here, I'm going to select my edges. So there is going to be my edge right there, curve right there. Okay, and hit OK. And then my machining geometries, I'm going to click on my machining geometries. This is going to be my machining geometries. You have to click all these surfaces here, guys. That you got to be. That's why I put that in a different level. if you look at this here, that's what I did. I put that under machine services. And this is something you guys can do it. There we go. I can just go ahead and select those services right there. Something like that. And make sure you select that. So if I would you, I'll just put all this in a different level. And this is something, it's a good practice. If you guys can try to put all this in different levels, and like the way I'm selecting one at a time, I can just go and window it. I could select something like that. But now they're all together, so it's hard to put it in a window together. So just put this in all these 4 different grooves, all this geometry. I'll put this in 4 different levels, not in one I did. So it's time consuming. I can just go ahead and I can go to the level. I can go back to my solids. I can turn that surfaces off. But I want you guys to make this surface separate. It's going to be it's a good practice. So try that, guys. All right, so I'll go back to my solid and I'm going to select it. I select the curve, then I want to select all the solids right there. Don't miss anything. If you miss, you can just go ahead and reselect that again. These are small little surfaces, so don't miss them. You're going to have a weird toolpath if you're going to miss them. I think we got it. Let me zoom it and check if we are missing anything. Yeah, we're missing one right there. So make sure you select all of them. Oh yeah, looks like we got it. Yep, hit okay. Yes, I remember that. If we have 66 surfaces, we are good. The number looks right to me. Yeah, 66. And this is something that's why I'll post this model with the toolpath so you guys can go and check this over here, how many surfaces we have selected here, the one I created, so you can compare with yours. So we got that, and you're gonna go zigzag standard, that's fine. And okay, here, this is gonna be approximate comes, I wanna show you the different, it comes, the default as an approximate. It's just step over calculation. And then cleaning tolerances, 100,000, that's fine. And we don't need to worry about margins. Edge surfaces, okay, tool axis control, there we go. That's important. The tool axis is going to be 5 axis. You're going to say tool axis control to a chain, to a lines, and I'm going to select that line. And this is going to be go to level. And there's my tool axis. So turn that guy on. There you go. Okay. And that will turn the solidus back on. Collision control, we don't need to worry about that. We are good with that. And linking is going to be all good. We'll just stay with the default on that. And let's hit OK. Unknown exception. This is and restart mastercam. I had that problem. Yeah, so it says restart that mastercam again. I'm not going to do it. I'll just no. It's okay. So basically, this operation, if you can go, I can show you on this one. I don't want to restart it. It's going to take forever. So that's what you do, guys. And here then the parameters. If you look at that parameters, and the cut pattern we use the same this thing. And look at this. There's a 66 tool surfaces we have chosen. Those are right there. And the curve we use here, that curve is going to be your entity, the curve we selected, which is this curve right there. So we already selected that solid chain. That's good. And under tool axis control, this is going to be the chain. We're going to select that. And that's this line right there. So that's good. And that's pretty much it. Under collision control, you don't need to worry about that. We are not worried about any avoidance on geometry on this part. So we are good. And you hit OK. Don't say that anything over here. We're going to have a problem again. Seems like, yeah, we're having problem. This mastercam, guys. I have to close it. So if I'm going to just run that toolpath, you guys can see it. Under parameters, under collision control, linking, we don't need to worry about that. Okay, here, this was I was talking about, approximate. If you have that approximate, guys, keep after you're done selecting your cut pattern, you select your edge curve, you select all the 66 surfaces, and here, if you're gonna miss that from cut pattern, if you're gonna go to tool axis, straight to tool axis control, and you pick your tool axis, but if you miss this guy here, advanced option, this is your default. It says approximate, step over calculation. It says just approximate. So if that's the case, just in case you got your cut pattern and you missed that and you went to straight into tool axis and pick your tool axis and you missed that, and this is your default, and you hit OK. So, oh my God. Okay, guys, give me, I'm going to stop sharing it. Just don't go anywhere. Okay, so we are back now. So talking about this toolpath. Like I said, if you're going into parameters and you got your cut parameters, we select our in and we select our sources. So what I was saying that if you missed that from cut pattern, you went to tool axis control and you missed that advanced option for surface quality. And this is your default on Mastercam. If that's a default, and if you see the toolpath over here, guys, so that toolpath is going to be, I'm going to turn the surface off. So that's going to be the toolpath. And what you're going to see on this toolpath down here, see this finishes over here. Its toolpath is randomly moving in different area. It's not consistent like the way you see the toolpath over here, the step over. So in that case, that's what I want to show you guys. You go to parameters and make sure you pick that option cut. After you've done your cut pattern, you go and expand that and go to advanced options and say, I want the step over calculation. I want exact. After cut pattern, expand that advanced option for surface quality. I want exact. Like I said, that if you're going to ignore it, it's approximate, but I want to go exact. And then approximate the cut tolerances is you're changing tolerances 100,000, or you can do even less, but you will not get the exact finish the way the exact is here. So if I'm going to say exact, hit OK. And I'm going to regenerate that toolpath. You're going to see the finish over here with exact step over. Look at that. That's the big difference. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And also one more thing I want to show you. Tool axis control. There's a collision control. Yeah. Pause between shoulder shanks, cylindrical, check link for collision control. No, that's good. That's okay. Cylindrical change type to cylindrical, that's good. So this is that, and this one is the same, and this one I created. So I'm going to just go ahead and delete that one right there. We don't need that. So I created these two. I created on one here, and then I created the second one here. I want you to create the third and the fourth over here too. So like I mentioned, you right click on the machine group, you're going to say group, go to a new toolpath group, and you name that toolpath group. Create on toolpath. And that's where I want to see all the four toolpaths. 1, 2, third slot, and the fourth slot. You have to do 2 more. So basically, what you guys can do, right click, and you can just go ahead and copy here. You can just copy those. All you have to go into parameters. You have to change to your cut parameter and change, unselect that, And you can unselect that, go to curve, add curve. Under add curve, you're going to go to parallel and start picking your edges again. There's your edges right there. This one is already done. Whatever you're going to pick this one, new one right there. That's your edge right there. Hit OK. And so same thing with the surfaces. Go and start selecting your surfaces. This is going to be a new surface right there. So that's all you got to do. That's it. That's everything is going to be exact same. Your tool axis is going to be same. So this is something you guys have to do over here. So you can just copy the one I have created and just change your chain and your surfaces. That's it. So this one here is, I'll right click and I create the toolpath. So you guys are gonna do the same thing. Just go ahead and copy those and create this one here. Mhm. Cut pattern, like I said, change that. I'm gonna select that. Go to parallel and select it. Say I'm gonna select this guy right there. Hit OK. And then comes my surfaces right there. So I want you guys to use, this is more time consuming, guys. Put it at a different level, just window it and select it. Like I had done in my level, put it in a different level. That's gonna be a lot easier. Almost. Yeah, I think we are pretty much there. There's one more, another one, and that's it. And we, I think we are missing anything. No. And selection, and then you can see we got 66 here. Right? That's what we need. So you got 66 of those. We are good. You're gonna go cutting method is gonna be zigzag. That's good. And here we go. Advanced option. This is what we need. Exact. Yeah. Make sure you don't mix that one. So we already have that. Tool axis control is going to be the same thing. I don't need to worry about that. And I'll just hit OK. There's my toolpath right there. Look at that. This is something you guys have to do this here. So you have to create all these 4 toolpaths over here on this project. There we are. So now, when you want to see this, under this is something is already under your stock setup. That stock model is been already created from that solid model. So we created that from solid model is already there. So when you don't have to do that, guys. So if I already created the stock model from that solid. So when I'm going to go and say, I'll select all of them, I'm going to go and say verify it. So you're going to see that stock create out of the solid model is already right there. And you can see that toolpath. This is this is duplicate. We did it over here. Be careful. That's a duplicate. It's running twice. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Look at the problem right there. It's just on this one here, the first one. So what is that problem? That is a gouge. It's just not retracting enough from this one right there. I don't know which toolpath is that, so we gotta find out. That's a gouge here, guys. So it is. Okay, this is good. Which one is that? This is good. I think the problem is right there. No, that's okay. Okay, let's see. Turn those off. Let's try this one here. No, that one is good. That one is good too. Not that one. Let's try this guy over here. Hmm. I don't know why it shows over there. Over here, it looks good. Oh, right there. Right there. I see the toolpath over here. So if I'll see the toolpath, watch here. Right there. That's the problem is. Barely touching it, but yeah, it's cutting it though. Look at that. I don't know why it's doing on this toolpath. Right there, that's the problem right there. So if you're gonna run this toolpath, just this toolpath and verify it, that was the problem right there. Mhm. So it was just cutting on this toolpath. So what is the problem? It's right there on that toolpath. So let's go and check it out. And I'll go to should be under collision control. Cylindrical. Check gauge between positions. Allow toolpath to undercut. Check to the radius of contour. Check or radius for the length. Trim colliding contours and real length. Linking. Clearance area. Cylindrical. Rapid distance is 0.9, entry feet 0.4, that's okay. Air move distance. Okay, I don't know, guys. I have to look into it. It will take some time. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's just bothering me why. You guys can compare with this toolpath and other toolpath. It's not doing on this toolpath. Look at that here. So the next toolpath is this one. And if you look on that, that is good right there. Look at that. It's perfect. It is a gauge or a clearance, guys. So just compare between this toolpath and the other toolpath. I know I fixed it somewhere. I remember that. Okay. I think so. It's gonna be was okay. So unified, which one? This is good, and this one is. Hold on. This one is good. Turn that off. That one is, oh, the first one, okay. So the first one is the scallop height. That's the problem is. Maximum step over, it's right here. Maximum step over is 14. If I can, let's increase this to 15,000 and the scallop height changed to 9,000. Look at that here. So if it's okay, regenerating. There we go. We got it fixed right there. Look at that. It's better. The scallop height. problem was with the scallop height over here. So if I'm going to run these two together, that problem has been resolved right there. So we have to change the scallop height. Yeah, it's good now. There you go. So the problem was right here. Scallop height. We had 15,000, we have 14,000 step over, and that step over makes a difference. Look at that. Let's regenerate. And we should have a problem there again. Look at that. There's a problem. Yeah, if you run that part, there's a problem. Step over. The step overs change your scallop height. Look at that. That's the problem right there. So I changed my step over by 1,000 and it took care of that. Look at my scallop height is over 7,000, guys, 7/10. So if I'm going to make it 15, that becomes 0.0013, 9913. And that takes care of that. Come on, show me. There you go. That takes care of that. All right, guys. I'm gonna. So this is something you guys have to create. Like I want to see 4 toolpaths here for 4 different slots right here. Like I mentioned, just go to right machine group and say, create a new toolpath group. And that's where you're going to name it, create own toolpath. And I want to see 4 toolpaths over here. The file I'm going to post you guys is going to be with this solid model and these 2 toolpaths going to be there. All right, just send you just with 1 toolpath. I'll just send you 1 toolpath, and I have to save this also. See on 2024. Yeah. All right, so that's what you guys have to do on this project, guys. And I have one more project to talk about. This is something we're going to talk different project. It's going to be our pocketing toolpath. Yeah, we're going to talk about pocketing toolpath. Your final, you should prepare your final using your swarf mill and swarf toolpath and your 5-axis drilling, guys. So those going to be, those 2 major toolpath is going to be on your final project. I can show you that project. Hold on 1 second. If let me go ahead and pause. So, like I said, so on this cone right here in the middle, you have to use your OptiRough toolpath. We use our 3D toolpath, OptiRough. Just finish with OptiRough. Use a 1/2 inch end mill or use a bullnose end mill, rough it out. And then you're going to finish this with your swarf mill. You can try both. I want you to make sure you should know using swarf and swarf mill. So you're going to finish that hole, and there's an edge right here. There's an edge on the bottom. So you should know that how to create a curve, how to use a surface. So practice that. And all this 4 side where you see this green surface, all on the 4 side, you're going to do the swarf mill toolpath again. All the 4 sides. And then here is going to be your holes, 5-axis toolpath on drilling holes on all the 5 sides. And even on the top also, that's going to be your regular 2D drill, center drill. But you're going to have 5 axes on all the 4 sides. That's going to be your 5 axis drilling toolpath. And that's pretty much it on this part. Make sure you should know how you cut your OptiRough. Finish with the OptiRough this pocket, rough it out. And then finish with your swarf mill. And swarf mill on these 4 sides. The green surface and these 4 sides is all swarf toolpath. And then your 5 axis center drill, your 5 axis toolpath on that. So practice on your swarf mill, practice on your OptiRough, practice on your drilling toolpath, 5 axis drill. I think I did